back to a weekly gaming news show, the podcast where two seasoned video game playing veterans come together and talk about the news for the week as it pertains to video gaming. We are your hosts with the most. My name is Trenell, but you can call me True Sonic, and I'm here as always with the homeboy, my right hand man, or he's on my left actually, but he's my right hand man. This is Todd, aka Up Jump the Boogie. I say up jump the boogie to the rhythm to the boogie to beat. I say what? What? How is it going, my boy? How's it going?
What's up, man? It's going. I've been working a lot, hell of a lot. So
work has been pretty hectic for me as well. I had to take a road trip. Not too far, but I wasn't able to do stuff at home.
Right.
So that happened for like the tail end of the week.
Yeah, I put in some extra hours. So I mean, hopefully next week my days off, I actually beat my days off.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I mean, once the paycheck comes, that's beautiful. But doing the work is doing the work.
It's just a little rough out there. Yeah. I completely understand it. Today was actually pretty fun for me. I just got back from seeing the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, which was amazing. Oh my God, the animation was immaculate.
Awesome.
I'm busting out the vocab tonight, y'all. But yeah, the animation was pretty damn spectacular, man. I had a good time. I took the GF with me, and she actually enjoyed it.
That's cool.
Not being an actual Dragon Ball fan, she found enjoyment in it, and actually liked, explaining some of the nuances to her, outside of like the carnage and mayhem. It was because, dude, like I swear, the last like 30 minutes of the movie is just straight up action.
Oh, that's dope.
Straight action. It is so good.
Cool. Yeah. So
it
now,
is so good.
Next on your list is got to be Miles Morales.
I got to see Into the Spider-Verse, but no, the next on my list is Glass. I'm seeing that tomorrow morning.
Oh, Glass.
We're gonna catch the matinee. I got to see that.
I can do that on one of my days off. Hopefully, I get a day off.
Yeah. So that's how we've been doing. Let us know how you guys have been doing down in the comment section. I want to welcome everybody that's watching us live. We are live across multiple platforms. Facebook. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Mixer. So shout out to everybody that's watching us. And if you have any questions or anything that you would like to say to us, make yourself be known in our live chat. You can see at the bottom of the screen there. And if you are watching us on Twitch, you actually have access to some exclusive emotes that we have available for you guys. We have Fraker Face Z emotes. So if you have that, I guess it's an extension on Chrome or whatever browser you're using, you can actually spam emotes down in our chat. I'm about to spam them right now so you guys can see what they look like. But yeah, besides that, let's go ahead and get into the show. We actually have a lot of news to cover this week. The news did not let up this week on us at all.
We left quite a few out because it's not enough for everything. There's a ton of stuff out there.
No, yeah, definitely, and it sucks because we were so busy ourselves. It's like we barely had enough time to keep track of everything that was going on. So without further delay, let's go ahead and get into the news. But we're gonna start with our updates and corrections. This part of the show is where we update you guys on stories that we may have covered in previous episodes. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. Boogie, I'll let you go ahead and start things off.
Yo, more Jen, this one is for you, sir. He's super interested in Soulja Boy trying to destroy the gaming industry single-handedly.
I think he's just trying to destroy himself, his own reputation, as if he had one. I don't know.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
So he's released another Soulja item.
Soulja items,
Yeah, it's a Soulja game, portable game system. This one is a direct duplicate of the PSP system.
It looks exactly like a PSP.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If you showed it to me, I'd probably guess that it was a PSP. I have it on the screen for you guys right now so that you can see it.
Yeah, he's selling it for $100, where the typical price is $33. They claim it's HD, which is only a 480 by 272 resolution. So I don't know where HD that is. And it's got a bunch of preloaded emulated games.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a mess, and he needs to find another way.
I'm surprised that you were actually able to get all this information, because if you go to the website right now, you'll be greeted with a screen that tells you that this shop is not available at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The store is hosted on Shopify or something like that.
I think so.
I think Shopify is the host for the Soulja Watch storefront. And that place is not in business right now.
No, it is definitely down. And you know what? You give him a little bit for trying. It's just like he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's just throwing stuff. We talked about this before. I'm pretty sure, and I'm under the impression that he is being approached with these opportunities, quote unquote, to put his name on these emulated consoles. I don't think so. I think it's the other way around. I think what he's doing is going out and finding cheap items to import from China, because all of these are Chinese knockoffs.
Right.
Finding stuff to import from China, slap his name on it, and mark it up for a premium. Because because
that's definitely what he's doing. He's definitely marking the prices up.
These Chinese knockoffs are going they're going for half to a third of the price he's been trying to sell it for. So he's trying to bring it in, and he's not even hosting inventory, right? He's acting as a reseller. Yeah. So listen, I don't even know I don't know. He's like, it's like the dude that came in the barbershop selling CDs, except he's selling consoles. So
hey man, I got that PlayStation, bro. I got that PlayStation Vita, bro.
Yeah. I got that new Dragon Ball movie.
I got that Dragon Ball movie, man. Come on, man. You pop into the DVD player. It's like the ugliest thing you've ever seen.
It's all dark.
It's all dark. People standing up and waving their hands and shit. I'm like, what is this? What is this?
That's what the Soulja Boy watch store is.
Yeah, pretty much. So
it's the barbershop dude on the internet.
Yeah. And according to Soulja Boy, via his Twitter account, he posted that the site was hacked by a former photographer or somebody that he was associated with. Essentially hacked the site, and that's the reason why it's down. And of course, this guy's a hater. He's hating on Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy, he's just a boy with a dream. That dream is to steal other people's stuff and sell it at a higher price. So we'll have to keep. It was Drake. Yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes out. I don't think that this Soulja Watch or Soulja game, whatever, I don't think this is going to stop until this guy is formally handed a cease and desist. Because so far,
he's insulated because he's not reproduced. He's not. So this is the funny thing about that. He'll be cease and desist to stop selling it, but he won't be held accountable because he's not manufacturing them. They have to go after the company that's manufacturing them. So he's a little bit insulated in that way. What'll happen is they'll be like, look, you got to stop selling this. And then whoever's the holder, copyright holders or, IP holders will have to, if they want to get a monetary damages, they actually have to go after the manufacturer.
Right. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. Well, in the next episode of Soulja Watch, we'll take a look and see how things are going. But let's go ahead and move on. We have a few updates and corrections for you guys, so we want to go ahead and skim through these really quickly. Next on the list, go ahead, Boogie. I'll let you say.
Yeah, I'm going to go real quick on this one because I think this one is frivolous. Yeah. So the Fortnite Orange Justice dance in Fortnite. If you've not seen this little kid, he makes the little Orange Justice dance.
I can't do it. My niece is a beast at that shit, yo. So I'm like, damn, girl.
My daughter can do it too. But so the Orange Justice dance that's in the game, which was given away free, the mother of the son that created the dance is suing. I think she doesn't have a leg to stand on because this particular dance was submitted to Fortnite in a contest. It was a contest to get.
But it didn't win though.
Yeah, but it was still a contest to get your dance in the game. And because he submitted it to the contest, it still falls under those rules, which it specifically said in the rules that it may be used in game and you won't be compensated. There's no compensation value for it.
I don't know. I think that the fight that they're trying to, push for right now is the fact that it was denied. It was declined. They didn't make it into the game during the actual contest.
Right,
but then there was, after the contest, there was a petition
to get
fan outrage to get it in the game.
Right.
So and I think that's what they're going to be fighting for. I'm not saying that they have a chance. I'm just saying that's probably what they're aiming for. Yeah.
But there's two things that they're losing, because one, he doesn't have to win. For you, when you enter these contests, to enter the contest and be considered, you have to agree to the rules of the contest. And rules say that you're not getting paid for your submission. And secondly, they didn't sell the Orange Justice dance. It's like a default dance that you get for free. Yeah. So Fortnite didn't directly profit off of that. I mean, they can try to say that, people are playing Fortnite because of Orange Justice, which would be definitely a stretch.
Yeah,
but this one,
big old stretch.
This one I think is less. That has less of a chance than with Carlton and Alfonso Ribeiro and Faison Love.
Call him by his real name. It's Colton Banks, man. Come on.
Yeah. And just to piggyback on this, Forza, who put dances on the drivers, you get out of the car and do the dance. They have stripped the dances that are being sued, the Carlton dance, and I think it was the Carlton dance, and what was the other dance? I think it's the floss. Yeah, they had the floss.
Okay. I didn't even know this was in Forza. I'm like, isn't that a car race again? I didn't even know they had like avatars that could be controlled or whatever.
Yeah, you can go, like, when you go to your garage, you can get out and walk around and do stuff like that. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's that's being taken out of the Forza games because they don't want any part of the lawsuit. They're like, look, it's not worth our time or money. Let's just take it out, because for them, it's not an integral part of the game, right? You spend 98% of the time driving your car.
Yeah, in a car.
Right. So that for them, it's a headache they don't need. So for them to rip it out makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think a lot of other games are going to be following suit as well, just to keep their names out of the headlines when it comes to the story. But one question I do have, does Forza charge you for the emotes, or are these just like unlockable in the game? Do you know?
You know what? I'm not sure. That's a good question. I believe they're just unlockable.
Okay, yeah, because if there's something that you can purchase, I think they may be, even though they removed it, they may still be liable if if these lawsuits continue.
Right.
Yeah. But we'll have to wait and see. Anything further comes out of this story, we'll be definitely here to update you guys on that, and of course give our opinions on it as well. So let's go ahead and move on. We're racing through our updates and corrections. We got a couple more for you guys. Yeah. And now we're talking about Riot Games. The last time we spoke about these guys, and pretty much anytime we've spoken about these guys in the last few months, it hasn't really been good news for them. It came out that being an employee at Riot Games mean you were being subjugated to pretty much a hostile work environment.
Right.
There were supposed to be measures taken to reel this kind of behavior in. The CEO, or I can't remember who it was, the CFO, he was suspended for a certain amount of time to get his shit together.
Dick slaps and farting on people.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're back in the news. So what's going on with them? What's going on with them this week?
Apparently, they still don't get it. So they released a new manifesto and their new core values, and it's just a bunch of marketing buzzwords. Play experience first, stay hungry, stay humble, execute with excellence, thrive. I mean, it's just a bunch of buzzwords. It doesn't seem like they're actually taking any serious action, especially to the people that were abusers, right, in this case, to do and doing anything about it. Because to be quite honest, to suspend the CFO that was dick slapping fart people's faces and doing all the other nonsense, he shouldn't have a job, right?
Right. That's number one.
Right. So they don't get it. they may never get it, and it's going to eventually cost them down the road.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I hope. I hope it costs them down the road, because nobody should ever have to work in a place where they're getting dick slapped and farted on. Like that just does not seem like a healthy work environment, if you ask me.
Exactly.
But there'll definitely be more to come with Riot Games, and just like with everything else, we'll give our opinions on it once we arrive at that point. So let's go ahead and move on. We got 2 more for you, and this one's actually pretty interesting because we talked about this one very recently, and that is the Westworld mobile game, which was developed by the same people that developed the Fallout Shelter game. So the last time we reported on this, or not reported, but we discussed it, we talked about the fact that the lawsuit that went down had ended. The lawsuit was over. We didn't have any details on what was going to happen, but now we have a huge update on it. And so, Boogie, what do we have?
Yeah, so the studio is called Behavior Games or Behaviors Interactive.
Something like that.
They had to take the Westworld game down, and they had to take themselves down as well. So that the studio, unfortunately, is closing. It's always sad to me to see a studio close, because that's just a group of people with a passion that are out of a job. Yeah. So yeah, apparently Bethesda, it was Bethesda, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Bethesda owns the Fallout.
Bethesda took the screws to Behavior Interactive, and I would think not only did they lose the lawsuit and they probably took some monetary damages, they took damages as far as a reputation, because now maybe people that were working with them like, look, we're going to pull our projects because you're just asset flipping for assets that don't belong to you. So
and that was
the problem that caused them.
Exactly, and that was the main reason behind the lawsuit, because Bethesda was saying that the code that was used for Fallout Shelter, which they owned, was being used in Westworld, and Behavior Interactive said no, it's not. And so that's where the one of the main arguments came from. I mean, but just looking at the game, I don't have any footage to show you guys right now. But just looking at the game, it was almost 1-to-1. If you ask me,
they just slapped the Westworld characters on top.
Exactly. Yeah. So, like you said, unfortunate that the studio is being shut down. It would have been one thing if the game was just taken down, but both the game and the studio are no longer. And that falls into that other question, that other conversation that we were talking about these games that people play and enjoy playing just going away, and there'll be no way to ever play the Westworld game ever again, by legal means. I should say. Exactly. I'm pretty sure there's like other ways that you can get your hands on it, but because I don't think this was an online game. So
no. If you have it, you can still play it unless they send out an update or patch to disable it. But people that don't have it will never be able to get it again. So there's that.
All right, last story, or last update, I should say. Let's go ahead and get into it. Gearbox. We just talked about these guys.
Yeah, so we talked about them last week because it was a lawsuit, and it was on the back burner. But some details came out last week that were salacious. Right, it got really ugly.
Salacious.
And some more details are coming out that makes this even uglier. Not more uglier, but just uglier. So the counsel, Wade Callender, who's being sued because basically he was accused of not paying back loans, and then he goes, well, the CEO's been embezzling money, and now he's also coming back saying that the CEO was ridiculing him and discriminating against him based on his religious beliefs.
Man.
Apparently, he said his religious beliefs were, and this is a quote, so don't flame me, were retarded and indicative of a broken brain. And apparently, he used to deliver gifts to this council that were ridiculing his Christian beliefs. So, and of course, Gearbox came back. It's like, yeah, this guy is just making this stuff up because he's mad. He's a disgruntled employee. Blah 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 blah. So they're trying to diffuse it and take him down a bit. But it's wow.
It's getting ugly, man.
It's getting ugly. They're two monkeys and they're flinging shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen with this. I mean, this update just happened within a week's time, so there's no telling what's gonna pop up later down the line. But when that happens, we'll definitely be here to talk about it and give our opinion on it as well.
Exactly.
And that is our very lengthy updates and correction section. I think that was the longest updates that we've had in quite some time.
It was quite a few.